We are live this morning. I'm Karen Ray. This is Faith Lifestyles. Welcome to Faith. I have Melinda Slater here with me today. We are going to talk about some fun things today. I'm so excited to have a lifestyle topic, Melinda.
Yes, of course, especially after this time of year. This year's been kind of crazy. So let's do some fun stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going into 2021. What is 2021 going to look like for everybody? But just I'm going to stop here a second, just so in case people don't know what Fave Lifestyles is. We are a lifestyle brand. We have an online platform where we are walking through life together, through life's transitions, through life's doing life together. So today we're going to be doing life together with one of our Fave Circle of Experts, Melinda Slater. And Melinda is the principal interior designer and owner at Slater Interiors in Mill Creek, Washington. She specializes in helping clients fall in love with their home they already have. I love that. Absolutely love it. As well as helping boutique businesses bring that extra personal touch to the office employees and to their clients. And I think we need a refresh, and we're going to be talking a little bit about that.
Yeah,
but before we get into our topics, let's talk a little bit about you. So how long have you been in interior design? What is your passion around that?
So I've been an interior designer for 15 years now, 10 years owning my own business. I focus mostly on major remodels and a little bit of new construction. So really helping my clients reimagine their space, because oftentimes we buy the house that's in the perfect location, but there's things about it that don't work for us, or our families have grown, things have changed, and we need it to work differently. And instead of picking up and moving and starting all over again, there's so many times that you can look at your own house and figure out a different way to make it work. But sometimes you need that person to come in and help you see that vision, because when you live in a space for so long, sometimes you just can't see through the walls about how it could be.
Yeah, you know what? That piece about vision is so important, because my dad was a builder, and, he had a great vision of how things should be or whatever. And, as I was a homeowner, things weren't working. It's like, oh, well, we got to go find, like you're saying, go find a new house. And it's like, I did not have the vision of what you could do. And even, whether it be moving walls or pictures or whatever, I need guidance. I really do. And I even grew up around that.
Well, I'm a designer for myself, and sometimes I struggle. Let's be honest, sometimes it's just more fun to have somebody else come in and help you and see something. I've had clients who say, I really don't like this picture. And I'm like, have you thought about moving that downstairs? Because it doesn't feel like a piece of art for the bedroom. And they're like, no, I was going to get rid of it. And I'm like, it's a beautiful piece of art, put it down in the living room, and they love it now. So there's just some little things like that I think that we get bored with our stuff. Yeah. And that's what we're going to talk about today is, what can you do that doesn't have to cost a lot of money? We don't have to do a total remodel right now, right? Not everybody's in that mode, and not everybody needs that. So what are some things that you can do to freshen up? So,
yes. And don't you think everyone's in their houses. It might just help their mood and going into 2021 to refresh a little bit. And just, people sometimes think that, well, this picture lives there. That's its spot.
Right. Exactly.
What does it look like if it maybe moves somewhere else? So, let's chat a little bit about that. Refresh ideas. What are some things that we can do to refresh our homes?
Well, you can go room by room. So I'm in the middle of kind of refreshing my space as well, because I'm home a lot, again, like everybody else. And I'm tired of the clutter, and I'm not a tchotchke person. I don't have a lot of things in my house. So I want things to be pretty simple. So look at your bedroom. Buy some new sheets, buy some really nice cotton or some linen sheets. If you've never tried linen sheets, they're really wonderful to sleep in. They keep you cooler, and they're still keep you warm as well. So, just refreshing your bedding can just going to sleep at night just makes you feel so cozy when you have everything rearranged. Spruce up just rearrange your bedroom, put your bedroom on a different wall for a while and see what you think. We get stuck into thinking that it has to be here or there. Put an area rug in your bedroom if you have hardwood floors, or put an area rug on top of a carpet. Just to give it just a refresh and a new feeling. Maybe that carpet's a little tired or worn, and putting a rug over top of it helps as well. Lighting is a big deal. I think adding lamps and floor lamps, if you don't already have them. Some people now rely more on like their can lights. And I think having that ambiance in a space makes it feel differently. So
Melinda, as we're taking down a lot of the Christmas stuff, people might have it up through the week or whatever. I sometimes just leave some of the lights up through January because it's so dark. Can you, talk a little bit about that? Maybe doing some other kind of lighting or something special just to keep the days, these dark days, a little bit brighter?
Well, that's funny that you say that, because last Christmas, we had put I bought these really cool LED lights. They're like a lot of little lights all around the cord. And we put those around the interior of our window because we can't have a Christmas tree because I have a cat who has asthma.
Oh.
And I want a real tree. If I can't have a real tree, I don't want a tree. So we put lights around the window, and I left those up all year long. And that's what we use in the beginning of the evening to turn on in the living room. That's what we turn on.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to leave some of those lights up to just keep it brighter.
Totally. Yeah. Candles, like, I'm amazed at the candles that are battery operated.
I love
they feel like real candles. And, so just for a safety reason, I have cats so they can knock things over. And I love that. Just candles, and, they have them with a remote control. It's ridiculous.
I know, it's great. In fact, I have some sitting right behind me because it creates a little bit of mood in the evening when it gets dark. And I know you can set them, some of them you can set them on a timer. Yeah. So they all come on at like 6 o'clock or something and then go off at midnight or whatever time. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's talk a little bit about rearranging ideas.
Yeah. Well, we started that off with rearranging your artwork. Pull everything off the wall and think about where you could put it. Maybe bring in some mirrors. It doesn't have to be all art. It could be a sculptural piece. Maybe just buy one new thing, Pier 1 used to be kind of a great little place to go to find, some things, but there's home goods. But, don't be afraid to spend a little bit of money and do some research online and buy a new piece of artwork for yourself for that spot that you sit in all the time and you want something to feel different. That's one thing that you can do. But also, I take, oftentimes I tell clients when they're on a budget to take an old calendar that that you love, because we usually buy a calendar that we really love the pictures in, and make a series of 3, 6, or 9 images and frame them. So go to the frame store and frame them. So I have several calendars that of an artist that I love. You don't know that they're from a calendar.
Right.
And you can crop them to whatever size you want. The one thing I love to do is to take, a smaller picture and put it in a really big frame and make a statement that way. So, think outside the box on some of that. So it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. And those are a few things. And then just rearranging your living room, talk about your bedroom. But I love rearranging my living room. And, I think it's, I don't know. It just brings a freshness, even though you've got the same pieces. So that's a great idea. And then bring in a little new table or side table, or again, a lamp, bring in some lamps and make sure that all the corners of your rooms are lit, is a good rule of thumb. And it doesn't mean you have to put a lamp in every corner, right? So, you might have some overhead lights, put everything on a dimmer. If you've got overhead lights, that's the key. If you're going to use overhead lights, is putting on a dimmer so you can get that mood. And then have a a lamp or a side table or, some bookshelf lighting, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So just light up a little corner, put a little tiny lamp on a bookshelf.
Yeah. I think sometimes we're afraid to move stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I did, when I was getting my house ready to sell,
Yeah.
I had the 2 sets of shelving that was really beautiful, and I did them all up or whatever. And then I actually had a friend come over, and I said, have at it. So we took everything off, and just her different vision, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that is so wonderful. I couldn't believe that, how it was just gorgeous. It was just like, and people walked in and they're like, oh, those are really cool shelves.
Well, people notice things differently.
Mhm.
You'll notice things. And
Yeah.
that's what it's good about having somebody else come in. They don't have to be an expert, they don't have to be a designer for life. It's just about, taking something old and making it feel new again.
Yeah. Yeah. I
They're
think
really
especially right now with the world that we're in, and we're all having, we can't really, when we're not going on vacations and stuff, that it's really nice to kind of just refresh things. And what a great weekend project.
I know. Yeah. It doesn't have to take a lot of time and it doesn't have to take a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, let's
Mhm.
talk about recycling. So you have a little story around that as well.
I do. Yeah. So well, there's a couple things, but one, if you don't know about a company called Ridwell, they are phenomenal. And it's they're not in every neighborhood, but if you go ahead and sign up, even if they're not in your neighborhood, the more people that sign up in your neighborhood, they will then eventually be coming to your area. And they take things that are not normally things that you could recycle. So they'll take your batteries, your light bulbs, old clothes, plastic wrap. The biggest thing that I have noticed is how much plastic wrap we go through in our household. So they give you these little canvas bags, and they're about 15 inches tall by 12 inches wide.
Yeah.
I pack that thing. They come twice a month, and I pack that thing every single time. It's amazing to me.
And then they recycle it?
And they recycle it. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then they have a rotating category every time they pick up. So twice a month they have rotating categories. So I just got rid of they just had a category of cords and different, all the things that you plug into your device that you're like, what is this cord for? I don't have no idea.
Yeah.
So you throw it out. Well, they take all that and recycle it. So.
Very cool. So we'll make sure if you could put the name or link to that would be, I have never heard of that. Yeah. That's really great. So, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then the other thing is that, just in 2020, with everything that has happened in 2019, my husband had a heart attack, and then my mom passed away this year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it's time to let go of some things. I brought some new things of my mom's in, but it's time to let go of a few things so that somebody else isn't left with this burden. And, that's a whole nother topic and story about that. But there's just something refreshing that goes along with letting go of some things and knowing that somebody else is going to enjoy your pieces, and it's not about throwing them out and, not appreciating them for what they served you in your life. So letting go of some things.
Yes. That is so wonderful. I know. I'm sorry to hear about your husband and your mom. That is really hard, but it is like a wake-up call. Yeah. And I had a few of my own. And one thing that I learned around that topic too is that some of the women who I actually sold some of my furniture because I totally downsized, they said they thanked me for blessing them with my things.
Mm-hmm.
And so it came because I was like, you were so sad here. I'm, downsizing my whole home, but it was a blessing to them. And actually it felt like freedom afterwards.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I did too is my son said, well, Mom, just if it's something that's, has a lot of memories or sentimental value, take a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can still have it there.
Yeah, it's true. And I mean, you did the ultimate, scraping through everything that you have, right? Talk about a change that you have to go through, and then downsizing from, what was your house size?
Yeah, we had a 5,000 square foot house. So, and I moved into a 2-bedroom apartment, but literally sold the entire house. and restarted.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's huge. Yeah. But it is freeing, isn't it?
It is
I
freeing.
mean, even though it's difficult, it doesn't make it easy. You know, it's not easy to do to let go of things. But
Right. But you get to hang on to the memories.
mhm, yeah.
So
And somebody else gets to make new memories with them. I mean, you
absolutely.
know, I've done that too. I've gotten a few things that people didn't want anymore and it served me. And then,
Oh, yeah.
you know, when it's no longer serving me again, I'll let it go on. And it just, I don't know. I just think upcycling. Instead of recycling, you just upcycle. Give it a new life.
Yes, absolutely. So let's see, is there anything else around that topic? Any other places where people can donate that are your favorites?
Yeah, well, I have a few favorites. I prefer places. There's a place in Linwood called Bella's Voice, and they give back to animals. Animals are near and dear to my heart. So they take, you know, all the things that Goodwill would take, and they're taking their money and repurposing that. So there's that, and then there's a new place that they've been closed with the pandemic, but it's called Humble Design, and it's an organization that helps women and men get back on their feet again who have been homeless, and they find them homes, and then they take basically outfit their entire home to make it feel like a home, so that when they get back on their feet, they have someplace to live. So recycling any of your accessories and artwork, gently used furniture, that type of thing that they will take. So they'll go in and basically like a little mini reveal. So
That's great.
so it's called Humble Design. And right now, I don't think they're taking items. This has just been the crazy year, but I'm hoping that in 2021, things shift.
Yeah.
And I'm confident they're going to shift.
Yeah.
And these places will open back up and we can donate.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. I have not heard of that before, so I'm glad you mentioned it. So
yeah, it's a new one to me too. And I love the idea because it's about design, which is my passion, but then it's about getting people, women and men, back on their feet again. And I think it's so important.
And to make them feel like they have not just a place to live, but a home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, we all know, we've learned the ultimate, right, of living in our homes 24/7, about how important that space is.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Tracy is saying that is so needed. I totally agree. I have not heard of that. I love the idea. Yeah, what a great way for furniture and that type of stuff to be able to bless other people with that. So our last topic here is Rejuvenate. And let's see, I want to see if I can say this word. It looks like a Scandinavian word, and I might totally mess it up, but embracing outdoor living called, is it friluftsliv?
It is. Very good. You must have a little Norwegian in you.
Jag pratar lite svenska, so I speak a little bit of Swedish.
Okay, there you go.
Very, very little. That was like that was it.
Okay, well, hey, I'm Swedish and I can't speak Swedish, so.
I could also say, hey, på dig.
Well, yeah, so that's going to be an article that's coming out on Fave Lifestyles about outdoor living, because that's something new that we really, I think, need to start embracing, is enjoying our outdoors. And I've always thought of, okay, the Northwest, we can't enjoy the outdoors 9 months out of the year, it feels like. And when in fact, bundle up, light a fire, you know, get the gas fire pit, get those gas torch lamps, and heat up the outdoors and go sit outside, get a nice cozy you know, throw and some hot toddy, and
absolutely.
When, like today, it's freezing out, but it's sunny. It's not wet. So that's what we're going to do today is I bought a new gas fire pit and 4 chairs, and we're going to go outside and enjoy it. So my new article coming out is going to talk all about just different things that you can do outside and just rethink it, because the Nordic heritage, they love the outdoors. So yeah, it can be a walk in the outdoors. It doesn't have to be sitting and enjoying the outdoors. But I think because our homes are limited in space, we're going to start, excuse me, embracing more space being outside. And there's a ton of different things that you can do to make it not feel like it's outside. I mean, look at all the restaurants lately that have popped up tents, and I love it.
Yes, I have actually experienced a couple people that I know have created outdoor spaces,
Mhm.
and they now have either a cover or it's just open. I
Mhm.
have dinner outside for both Thanksgiving and Christmas, and yeah, those
Oh,
heaters are
awesome.
great, and I mean, so many different things you can do. So I would love it. I invite, first of all, everyone to go to favelifestyles.com and read Melinda's articles. You can get all kinds of really great tips. And then here in our group too, Melinda, if you maybe post a few ideas
I
along that
will.
with your
Okay.
article too. So
I'll
I
do
would love
that.
to see that and the different things that we can do. And I know Tracy is saying too that she has embraced the outdoors more than ever
Yay,
during
Tracy.
this time.
Good for you.
I know, because that's where you can safely, still be social distancing and be
Mhm.
with a friend or something. So
Yeah,
some
totally.
great ideas. I love this. I love designing and making things feel fresh for 2021. Super
Good. Me too.
excited to see what else you're going to be giving us tips on.
Yeah. And if anybody else has any ideas that we haven't mentioned, I love to hear from other people of what people are doing. There's a lot of creativity out there. People say I'm
Yeah.
not a creative person, and I don't believe that at all.
Yeah, so give us your decorating tips too. We would love to share.
Yeah.
We are doing live here together at Fave Lifestyles.
Send us
Linda,
a picture. That's more fun.
oh, I know. I love pictures. Yes, if you have just changed something up, share a photo. I just, I love moving stuff around. I have a retail background, and so I just like every season like to switch things up. So,
I know. That's a fun thing to do too. Yeah.
isn't it?
Pillows, yeah.
Yeah,
Pillows, whatever.
absolutely.
Easy.
Well, Melinda, thank you so much for joining us. Any parting words that you want to leave the ladies with?
Just love your house, give it a little bit of extra love and time, and find that cozy little corner for yourself, and make it yours. Claim it.
Excellent. Love that idea. All righty. Well, thank you for joining us on Faith
You're
Lifestyle.
welcome. Thanks, Karen. It was great
All
talking to
right.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.